Hello everybody, here is again Karuna. I'm using the last hot days in India to play the Duduk more, because soon I'm leaving to the north of India where it is cold and there will be a lot of condensate in the Duduk and the reeds will not obey the same way as they are doing here. So I'm using this time properly, making lessons for you. Otherwise I don't know when I can do the next ones, staying there in the north. It's always like that. So if you go to the cold, the reeds don't like it. The reeds do not sound the same way, and they are more tough to blow, and you know all this story. So this lesson I would like to spend with you practicing the scale of Shushtar. Shushtar is the Armenian name, Hijaz is the Persian name, Iranian name, I guess Hikaz or also Hijaz or something like that. The scale is called in Turkey as well, and I'm not sure about the North African countries where the scale is also played a lot in the form of makam. Maybe guys, since we already started looking with you into this subject of Middle Eastern Oriental scales, we might have probably heard about the term makam or mugam, as it is called in Armenia and Azerbaijan. This term comes from those cultures where the Oriental scales like Shur or in the previous lesson, the Shushtar, the today's scale, are being practiced not only for playing some songs, but also in a form of so-called makam. This is a special way, special shape of playing the scales, which has some rules. I'm not the one who can tell you a lot about this, because I was never introduced into this subject. I just know very, very little about this, and you play the scale in some following some rules, like you have some common phrases of the makam which you have to repeat from time to time. You have some tempo of this, you have some story of this, like starting with a lower note, slowly playing around those notes and then going up and then again going down. So it can really last for many minutes, even for like hours or so, as these makams are practiced in the East. There are even retreats for playing makams, So I have a friend who did it on the Oud, and it took them seven or something days, and so it's not that easy to learn the makam. Many rules, like like main note number 1, main note number 2, the accents, the stop notes, and so on and so on. So you have to be really introduced into that. What I'm gonna do now is just to show you how to play Shushtar, and the exercises you already know, so it's not that much I can tell you now. Again, we are gonna play the Shushtar starting from the position 3 and 2, starting with a note of B or D on the Duduk notes, and I can also show you how to do the same starting from the keynote of A, because it's also quite common in Armenia that they play it starting from this 6 fingers position. The timbre, the sound, is a little bit different when you play it from 5 fingers or from 6 fingers. The notes are sort of same, but the timbre, like the feeling, is different, because you are playing the half notes on the different holes, and this sandy, airy sound creates a little bit different taste from playing B and playing A. Shushtar is so much popular in the Armenian music, and the most popular song Over Nankan is played in Shushtar, and many others, like many others. It's also good for you guys to start improvising in this scale, like playing a lot around the half tones. Step number 1, I would say, is the scale of Schur, because it introduces you into this half tone, and the Schur has one more half tone, so we keep this one here, and another one will be here, so it will be E flat or D sharp. This one, tick, 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 this, and this. I'm playing the drone in B, and we start. And 4 and 4, we have the notes like same as Schur. You know? The notes are B, C, D sharp, E, F sharp, G, A, B. And here we have F sharp, G, and A. And in the key of A, Schur is played like this. And this one we can't play because it's G sharp and we play here G. You know, we don't play G sharp here. We play F, G, A. So we can play here also only G, no? Because F we have to play half tone with the belly, so we will not do that. But we can play G. The notes were A, B flat, C sharp, D, then we had E, F, G, A. And also we can play A sharp, and just pressing your lips together a little bit. Just don't forget, guys, to play the half tones in a more correct way. Play it fully, juicy. Give more air and more spaciousness into the half tones. The key of A. And so on. So you see, you can play the same songs starting from different key note. As a step number 2, after you have practiced a lot in the position 3 and 2, 3 and 3, you can slowly come into the 4 and 4 one, but it's only in case you are a true Rambo duduk player, otherwise it will be probably too difficult for you on this stage of your practice. Because you will realize that this ring finger is not that obedient at all, very much more complicated to play it from this position. Try to do the same exercises and see what results you will have. You see, this one is a very difficult one. Try to do this. One more point probably we could discuss a little bit. I'm not that much sure if we should completely lift our fingers while coming from the note of C to the note of D sharp, like this, you know. And you saw a couple of times that I'm not moving my fingers from this position. Maybe it's not 100% correctly, but I'm doing this, and sometimes I also notice that I lift them still. If you don't lift the fingers, the sound is a little bit quieter, but basically nothing else changes. It's louder when you play having lifted your fingers, but if not, it's just quieter. But for you in the beginning, it's better to keep the position, don't move your fingers, just find the proper position. Otherwise you will have to look for the position again. It's kind of step number 2, I would say. First, try to do it without lifting the fingers, and second, lift the fingers. And then, immediately you have to go 3 half tones at the same time. It's a good exercise actually to practice the synchronicity of your fingers. Okay guys, thank you for your attention today. At your service was Karuna, and we will see each other in my next video lessons. So also don't hesitate to ask if you want to buy a good duduk. I can be helpful in that. Ciao.